Guys, it's Lita Lam, and today I wanted to discuss the toxins and chemicals in skincare that we want to avoid and why we should avoid them. Let's discuss. So I've always wondered why exactly some of these ingredients, you might as well. What's the problem? Let's discuss it. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you can subscribe and hit the bell button for more discussions of skincare and anti-aging tips, discussions on supplements. We do videos on Thursdays and lives on Tuesdays, guys. Yay! So guys, everyone knows about parabens, it seems. So with parabens, the main issue is it can disrupt hormone signals in your body, and they can mimic certain estrogens. In a 2011 study, they were found in 99% of breast tissue. And I've also heard that later they found that there was flaws with the study. But anyways, why risk it? There's plenty of alternatives, which is what we use in our Good Face Stuff line. If you guys haven't checked out our Good Face Stuff, there's a link. And we're coming out with these two serums soon. Awesome. Non-toxic skincare, guys. Yay. Perfectly good and also beneficial preservatives that can be found. There's alternatives, so why not use them? Formaldehyde releasers. Some companies use certain chemicals that when mixed with water inside the formula, they release formaldehydes, which of course can be an antibacterial and viral and preserve the product, but also is releasing formaldehydes, which is definitely linked to carcinogens. You guys, it's carcinogenic, linked by the FDA. They can be in shampoos, conditioners, and skincare. Just avoid this list. Triclosan. Triclosan, I've used that in soaps, certain antibacterial soaps. I remember seeing it. Antibacterial, anti-acne products. But the thing with triclosan is it can be stored in your fat cells and accumulate and just put your body in a state of toxicity. And why risk it? Fragrance and perfumes. There's a big loophole in the FDA with fragrance and perfumes, which can actually be thousands of different chemicals in the word fragrance and perfumes. Can be kind of housed and disguised. Phenacetine, benzene, coal tar, ethyl oxides, heavy metals, cadmium, all of these can be hidden in a perfume and fragrance. Arsenic. There's a lot of things that can be hidden in that perfume and fragrance because there's no regulations around it. Just slip it in. So don't use fragrance and perfumes. Use things that are non-scented, or you can use things with essential oils. We use a very light amount of essential oils, very small amount. You don't want a lot of essential oils either because they can also be sensitizing to your skin. Fragrance and perfumes are basically a colossal umbrella so that companies can put whatever they want in there. There's actually 1,400 ingredients that are banned in the UK, and there's only 30 that are banned in the US. That's a problem. So you got to keep an eye out in the ingredient list. EDTA. EDTA is also commonly used in ingredients to help the stability of formulas, but that can also be an endocrine mimicker and mess up your endocrine system and the signals in your body and accumulates. That's a no-no as well. A lot of alcohols, not fatty alcohols like cetyl and cetyl alcohol, those are good and nice occlusives and moisturizing and help the integrity. It's other alcohols like isopropyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, ester alcohol, benzyl alcohol, ethanol. These are all ones you want to avoid, and they're used in products because it makes it feel like the product is going in it because alcohol evaporates quickly, but that can also make your skin lose its moisture. It's not good. Phthalates. Phthalates are plasticizers. They're used a lot in nail polish and hairspray and some skincare. Phthalates can also be disguised in perfume and fragrance, so we want to avoid those. Those can also be an endocrine disruptor. Studies have linked phthalates to breast cancer and congenital disorders, so we want to avoid those. Phthalates have also been linked with studies to abnormalities in baby boys and early puberty in girls and sperm count, reproductive issues. reduce testosterone, sperm quality issues, phthalates bad. And what's the problem with polyethylene glycol and PEG, PEG 20, PEG 80, PEG 100, PEG 60? You see a lot of these in a lot of skincare. I see them all the time. And they're supposed to help the stability, and they're used for the moisturizing effect, and also they're a penetration enhancer. Problem is there's often toxins that are included in the PEGs, and they get pulled into your skin because it's a penetrating enhancer. A lot of heavy metals, ethylene oxides, a lot of toxins that can be included in the PEGs, and that's why there are no-nos. PEGs are also derived from petroleum products or animal products, and there's wonderful plant-based alternatives. They can also be sensitizing to the skin and mild irritant to the skin. That's why we avoid those at all costs. And there's totally alternatives. In our skincare line, Good Face Stuff, we use alternatives that are derived from sugar. Very benign and work wonderfully. Many of the impurities that can be included in the PEGs are linked to cancer. So just why risk it? Silicone and dimethicone are often used in skincare products because they have a smooth texture and they're occlusives, so they're keeping moisture in. But some find that it actually keeps your skin from breathing and can also clog pores, and it just sits on the skin. And there's wonderful alternatives. That's what we use in our skincare line. There's plenty of good natural alternatives to silicone dimethicone. So they're not necessarily linked to cancers, but they're not letting your skin breathe, so why risk it? Mineral oils, same thing. They can be derived from petroleum products. Paraffins, along with mineral oils, are also to be avoided because they don't let your skin breathe. They are derived from crude oil, so that can't be good, right? Phenoxyethanol, you guys, is also avoided. We do not use that as our preservative in Good Face Stuff. Often I see it even in natural, skincare and hair care and products. The FDA warns it can cause central nervous system shutdown and vomiting. So it's not worth it. Not worth it, even in small doses. Not worth it. Phenoxyethanol is a skin and eye irritant, and it's restricted in Japan. So Japan, good skin care in Japan, it's not worth it. Suffice it to say, I still don't understand why a lot of companies still use these ingredients, because there are alternatives. It's just hard to get out of the status quo, I think, and the way that formulators have formulated, you get into what works and what and so it's hard to incorporate new technologies that are greener and non-toxic, but it's totally possible. I know it is because we've done it. Good Face Stuff. And I just wanted to create products that really work and have potent ingredients, but that are preserved without toxins. C serum, very stabilized, and our retinol, bakuchi, both with peptides, coming out November 21st, guys. So get our mailing list at goodfacestuff.com. Good Face Stuff, yay! Whether or not you go check out my skincare line, avoid these toxins in your skincare and have a wonderful, healthy life. Yeah. Bye, guys. Parabens. So parabens, the main issue is that it can disrupt. So there you go, guys. So there you go. So these are scientific studies have linked phthalates to exposure. Scientific studies have linked exposure to phthalates that have linked. But some people don't like this because phenoxyethanol can be a skin, and phenoxyethanol can smooth out the texture of skin products. They smooth out the texture of skincare products. They can also be sensitized. Scientific, with the problem with phthalates, that have linked it to less testosterone, imidazolide. But the problem is they're penetrating. The problem is there's often toxins that are included in the pentylene, the PEGs. Problem is there's also off. And what's the problem with PEGs? Pentylene glycol, polyethylene, wouldn't it? And phthalates can also be disguised. It's other it's in green beauty, communication. So we're going to go over some of the studies and because you're worth it.